Have you ever looked at your dog, your cat, or even a bird perched on your window and wondered, what are they really thinking? We, humans, walk through life assuming we're the only ones with deep, complicated thoughts. But what if animals could actually speak our language? What if every bark, every meow, every twitch of a tail or flap of a wing carried words that we could understand? The truth is, if animals could talk, the world would never be the same again. And today, we're going to step inside that reality. Let's start with the animals closest to us. Dogs. Dogs have been called man's best friend for thousands of years. They greet us when we come home, they comfort us when we're sad, and they protect us when we're in danger. But imagine if that wagging tail came with actual words. Instead of barking at the mailman, your dog might yell, "Stranger, stranger, potential threat approaching the territory." Or when they bring you a slobbery tennis ball for the 15th time in a row, instead of just panting happily, they'd be shouting, "Throw it again, throw it again, throw it again. I'll never get tired of this." Dogs would suddenly transform from loyal companions to hyperactive roommates who never stop talking. Some of us might love it. Others might regret it. Now cats. Oh boy, cats would break society if they could talk. Because cats don't just think, they judge. They already look at us like we're beneath them, but with words. Imagine your cat sitting on the couch licking its paw, then pausing just to say, "Really? That's the outfit you're wearing today?" Or when you get home, they casually say, "Took you long enough. By the way, I knocked your plant off the counter. You're welcome." Cats would be like sarcastic roommates who think they're the CEO of your life. Some people would still worship them, of course. Others would realize their cat secretly hates them and has been plotting against them all along. Birds would be a whole different chaos. Think about it. Birds see everything. They're like flying security cameras. If they could talk, every pigeon in the city would spill secrets. "Hey, you dropped that sandwich yesterday. Oh, and by the way, your neighbor sneaks out every night at 2 a.m. Parrots already mimic our voices, but if they had real thoughts, they'd probably gossip non-stop. Did you hear what the dog said earlier? He thinks he's the protector of the house. What a joke. Suddenly, the morning chorus of chirping wouldn't be cute. It would be 5 a.m. neighborhood gossip blaring through your window. But let's go bigger. Farm animals. Imagine cows talking, all day, chewing grass, staring at nothing, but with words. "Hey, did you know we chew the same bite like 50 times? It's boring, but it's life." Chickens, meanwhile, would be the paranoid ones. "What was that? Did you hear that? Something's coming. Oh, wait, never mind. No, seriously, something's coming." And pigs. Pigs are highly intelligent. They'd probably be the philosophers of the farm. Why do humans eat bacon when they could eat literally anything else? The hypocrisy astounds me. Suddenly, breakfast wouldn't feel so innocent anymore. Wild animals would change everything about how we view nature. Picture walking through the forest and hearing squirrels shout at you, "Hey, that's my tree. Get out of here, you oversized squirrel wannabe." Or imagine going camping and hearing a bear approach, not growling, but saying, "Listen, I don't want trouble, but you left food out and I'm hungry. We can do this the easy way or the hard way." The entire idea of survival of the fittest would shift into negotiations. Humans wouldn't just hunt animals, they'd argue with them. "Please don't eat me." "Well, you built your tent in my territory, so technically this is your fault." Suddenly the wilderness would be less about silence and more about constant debates. And let's not forget the ocean. Whales already sing, dolphins already chatter, but if their sounds translated into words, we might realize they've been holding full conversations all along. Imagine diving underwater and hearing a dolphin say, "Oh look, another human with flippers. Cute. They think they can swim." Sharks, on the other hand, would be blunt. "I'm hungry. You're meat." Let's not make this complicated. The ocean would no longer be a mysterious, quiet place. It would be the noisiest, most sarcastic place on Earth. Even insects would get a voice. Ants would probably complain non-stop about work. "Carry this crumb, carry that crumb all day long." For what? The queen doesn't even know my name. Bees would be more political. "Listen, if humans don't stop ruining the flowers, we're going on strike." No more honey for anyone. Mosquitoes would be downright villains. I see you sleeping peacefully. Time for me to ruin your night. Oh, delicious blood, thank you very much. Suddenly, every buzzing sound would feel like harassment. Now here's where it gets really interesting. If animals could talk, humans couldn't ignore them anymore. We wouldn't just see them as pets, pests, or food. We'd have to listen. Imagine walking into a steakhouse, ordering a burger, and hearing the cow say, "Really? After everything I've done for this planet, this is how you treat me?" Suddenly, vegetarianism wouldn't just be a choice, it would be a social necessity. On the flip side, some animals might actually volunteer. Chickens might say, "Listen, my life is short anyway, you might as well make it count." But then, they'd expect a thank you note. And what about zoos? Zoos would turn into courtrooms. Every animal behind bars would yell at the visitors. "You came to see me trapped? How about I come to your house and stare at you through the window, see how you like it?" Aquariums would be even worse. "Hi, I'm a shark. I usually swim across oceans, but here I am doing laps in a glass box for your amusement." Zoos wouldn't last a week. The way we treat pets would also change drastically. Dogs wouldn't just bark when they want food. They'd nag. "Hey, you said walk at 5. It's 5:01. Clock's ticking, buddy." Cats would become landlords. "You're in my spot on the couch. Move." Fish would shame us for forgetting to clean the tank. "Really? You let algae build up again? You disgust me." Every pet owner would realize they've basically been living with tiny, furry critics. But here's the twist. It wouldn't all be negative. Some animals would be kind. Imagine a dog whispering, "I know you had a bad day. Don't worry, I still love you." Or a bird saying, "You look sad. Want me to sing for you?" Or even a cow on a farm quietly saying, "Thank you for taking care of me today." The emotional bond between humans and animals would explode. Therapy animals would become therapy speakers. They wouldn't just comfort us with presents, they'd comfort us with actual words. If animals could talk, kids would have a completely different childhood. Instead of imaginary friends, they'd have conversations with the family pet. A goldfish might become a child's best friend, giving them advice every morning. "Don't forget your homework." Horses would tell stories. Dogs would be the ultimate cheerleaders at soccer games. "Run faster, kick harder, you got this." Childhood would be magical in a whole new way, but it could also get complicated. Imagine every ant in your house yelling at you when you spray bug repellent. "Murderer, you destroyed my whole family." Or a spider in the corner saying, "Relax, I'm eating the mosquitoes for you. Why are you so afraid of me?" Suddenly, pest control would feel like mass murder trials. And here's the deepest question of all. If animals could talk, would we still see ourselves as the most important species on Earth? Or would we realize that intelligence isn't about language, it's about perspective? Maybe the ants, the bees, the dolphins, and the elephants already know things we don't. Maybe their silence isn't ignorance, it's patience. At the end of the day, giving animals voices would be like holding up a mirror to humanity. We'd hear their gratitude, their complaints, their sarcasm, their wisdom, and some of it might make us laugh, some of it might make us cry, but all of it would change the way we live forever. So now I want to hear from you. If you could talk to one animal for a whole day, which one would it be? And what do you think they'd say? Leave your answers in the comments because I guarantee the funniest ones will end up being true. And don't forget to like this video if you've ever wondered what your pet was really thinking, and subscribe for more mind-bending what-if scenarios, because this is only the beginning.